Hi everyone, welcome to week 4. This week we're going to talk about intellectual disabilities, commonly referred to as ID, and the disability categories of traumatic brain injury, referred to as TBI, orthopedic impairments, and multiple disabilities. So the first place for you to stop is in your readings and multimedia. And there are some FAQs about ID. There is also a fact sheet about orthopedic impairments for you to review. There are several videos to watch about ID, about traumatic brain injury, and then also about multiple disabilities. And then if you do have the book under Explore, there are the optional chapters if you are using the textbook. So our assignments this week. Our discussion this week is going to be really about students with intellectual disabilities and how they can be, and I'm stressing this word, meaningfully included in general education. So I'd like you to take what you've learned this week about intellectual disabilities and what we've been learning about universal design for instruction and really talk about how you could include a child with an intellectual disability in general education and give us some examples of accommodations, modifications, and also the universal design principles in practice for a student identified with an intellectual disability. Remember to have references and in-text citations so I can see the connections to your learning and any other research that you may choose to do. And our assignment this week is going to be to design a classroom using the principles of universal design. And I want you to do it in the framework of a student with a disability that impacts their mobility. Could be that they use a walker or they're in a wheelchair, but something with regard to mobility. So you have a choice of how to do this assignment. So you can see we're using universal design for ourselves in this class. You can either do a traditional written paper, you can do an annotated drawing. I've had students make actual like dioramas using like Legos and or dollhouse furniture using, in a shoebox or just laid out on a piece of paper, or a presentation that is a video presentation with a narrative. Make sure that if you do anything with video, you also have that voiceover, that narrative. I actually had a really creative presentation a couple of semesters ago. A student used the Sim City, and she created her whole classroom as part of the Sims and sent the video with a voiceover of her little Sims created classroom. So you can be as creative as you want to be with this assignment. If you have questions about, you're thinking, could I do it this way? Just drop me a line and we can have a conversation about it. But I encourage you to be creative with this. Make sure that your classroom design has enough detail, that it isn't just, the tables go here and the, circle time is over here. Make sure that you clearly label each of the sections, and then you should also have some of your thinking as to why you did what you did. So even if you're doing some kind of a diorama or simulation, make sure that you have references as well. They can be just on a separate piece of paper, but that's also very important for this assignment. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to have a conversation, and I'm really excited to have our discussion this week, but I'm super excited to see your designs for a universally designed classroom. Take care. Have a great week.